Hello and welcome to State Draft. I'm Mansi Phadke, Deputy Editor with The Print. The Lok Sabha elections are drawing closer, and in this episode of State Draft from Maharashtra, I'm going to talk about a key personality from one of the most prominent constituencies in the state. The personality is Sunetra Pawar, and the constituency is Baramati. It is a known fact across Baramati that any time Dada, older brother, is not able to attend, Vahini, sister-in-law, steps in for him instead. Tata in this case is Baramati's MLA, Nationalist Congress Party's Ajit Pawar, who is now Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and Vahini is his wife Sunetra Pawar, the keeper of not just Ajit Pawar's household but also his political empire. In the run up to every major election, Sunetra Pawar goes around the constituency of Baramati, meeting people, giving speeches in hamlets, while Ajit Pawar concentrates on the larger election strategy, making an appearance a few times in his constituency. Now, with the Lok Sabha elections around the corner, Sunetra Pawar has hit the road once again. But this time, there is a slight difference. She is not asking votes for her husband, but she is campaigning for herself. In the NCP versus NCP battle of two factions, one led by Sharad Pawar and the other led by nephew Ajit Pawar, the zenith would definitely be a victory over the Pawar family turf of Baramati. While seat-sharing negotiations between the ruling allies are still underway, ruling allies being the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena and the Ajit Pawar-led NCP, the Ajit Pawar faction of the NCP has gone ahead and said that if the Baramati seat were to come in its kitty, which is the most likely situation, then it would field its best soldier possible, who is Sunetra Pawar, who knows the constituency like the back of her hand and has built some goodwill there with her social work over the years. Political commentator Pratap Asbe, while speaking to the Print, said that Sunetra Pawar never voiced any political ambition for so many years, but she was always socially very active in Baramati, so she's a known face in the constituency. A lot of times in Ajit Pawar's absence, she has taken charge, taking care of people's issues. If Ajit Pawar's plans materialize, then Sunetra Pawar will take on Sharad Pawar's daughter, Supriya Sule, who is a three-time MP from Baramati and has built a strong following there for herself. In July last year, Ajit Pawar walked out of the NCP, rebelling against his uncle Sharad Pawar with a majority of MLAs in tow. He then joined hands with the ruling allies BJP and the Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena to join the government with himself as Deputy Chief Minister. Pratap Asbe further said, Sharad Pawar's popularity in Baramati is immense, and till the time he is around, Supriya Sule will also benefit from his goodwill. But truth be told, despite Sunetra Pawar being a debutante, Supriya Sule will have to put up a tough fight. The Baramati Lok Sabha constituency was once represented by Ajit Pawar in 1991, but he resigned the same year to make way for his uncle Sharad Pawar to contest and win the seat in a bypoll. Since then, barring 1994 and 1996, Sharad Pawar's family has always held the Baramati Lok Sabha seat. Sharad Pawar made way for his daughter to take charge, to take over the constituency as an MP in 2009. The Baramati Lok Sabha constituency comprises 6 assembly segments, namely Daund, Indapur, Baramati, Purandar, Bhor and Khadakwasla. While Sunetra is a known face and name across this belt, her popularity is limited to the area of her social work and is otherwise largely linked to her husband's political legacy. Just a year ago, Sunetra Pawar, while speaking to a Marathi television channel ABP माझा in an interview, had categorically said that she is not interested in entering politics and that it is not her field at all. In a soft-spoken voice, wearing a pale pink sari, Sunetra Pawar had back then said, and I quote, "People insist that I should join politics, but I haven't ever given it a thought. I have never really been interested in it." Sunetra's reluctance to enter electoral politics perhaps stemmed from the fact that she belongs to not one but two legacy political dynasties that have often been at odds against each other. Sunetra Pawar is the sister of Padam Singh Patil, who was at one point of time among Sharad Pawar's closest aides before relations between them turned choppy. In fact, it was the closeness between Padam Singh Patil and Sharad Pawar that led to Sunetra Pawar tying the knot with Ajit Pawar in a traditional arranged marriage in the 1980s. This was before five-time Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar entered electoral politics himself. However, relations between Sharad Pawar and Padam Singh Patil soured due to various corruption allegations that were leveled against Padam Singh Patil related to the Osmanabad District Cooperative Bank. The boiling point of that relationship came when Padam Singh Patil was named as an accused in the murder of Congress leader Pawan Raje Nimbarkar in 2009. The same year, NCP suspended Padam Singh Patil from the party. Ahead of the 2019 elections, Padam Singh Patil's son Rana Jagjit Singh Patil joined the BJP and is currently an MLA from the Turzapur Assembly constituency in the Patil's home district of Dharashiv. This is one time that reporters remember Sharad Pawar having really lost his cool. He was addressing a press conference in the Ahmednagar district and reporters were asking him about how a string of leaders have been defecting from the NCP to the BJP or at that time the undivided Shiv Sena, which was a ruling ally of the BJP. And one particular reporter referred to Rana Jagjit Singh Patil's defection as a relative having defected. And Sharad Pawar got visibly peeved. He said, what are you saying about a relative? Is there any link between relatives and politics? If you are going to speak like this, I don't know to talk, Sharad Pawar said, signaling that he wants to end the press conference, but he had to be mollified later to continue speaking. Now, Sunetra may have chosen to not get caught in the crosshairs in any kind of battle between her brother and her uncle-in-law, but she's about to be a character in an equally tense political feud engaging in a Pawar versus Pawar battle that will not only expose the vertical split in the party but also its first family, the Pawars. Nitin Birmal, Associate Professor at the Dr. Ambedkar College of Arts and Commerce, told the print that Sunetra Pawar openly said nothing about the feud between Padam Singh Patil and Sharad Pawar, and the dispute did not weigh on Ajit Pawar's relations with the rest of the family either. As per Birmal, the cracks between Ajit Pawar's side of the family and Sharad Pawar started forming only after 2019 when his son Parth Pawar, the son of Ajit Pawar, became the first Pawar to lose an election. Parth Pawar had contested from the Mawar Lok Sabha constituency unsuccessfully. Birmal said, soon after Parth's defeat, Sharad Pawar started promoting his other grandnephew, Rohit Pawar, who won the 2019 assembly elections from the Karjat Jamkhed constituency. That is when ties within the family started deteriorating. I spoke to a few people from across different parts of the Baramati Lok Sabha constituency to understand the extent of Sunetra Pawar's work in the constituency and the amount of recall value that she has in the constituency. Vidyadhar Kate, who was a former Sarpanch of the Katewadi village in Baramati, recalls how 24 years ago, Sunetra Vahini, as he loves to call her, used to come to his village as early as 7 am. She would take a broom in her hand and herself start cleaning the village premises. Vidyadhar Kate, while speaking to me, said she had chosen Katewadi as her first social welfare project. She wanted to implement a Nirmal Gram Abhiyan there, building toilets, ensuring cleanliness, making the village sustainable, open defecation free. Initially, everyone was skeptical, Vidyadhar Kate said. The women were especially wary of coming out and participating in the entire activity, so she decided to lead by example. Kate has been closely associated with Sunetra Pawar's social work. In the early 2000s, Katewadi, according to Vidyadhar Kate, won at least 5 awards from the centre for various aspects of developmental works. Kate and those who have worked with Sunetra Pawar say that Sunetra Pawar's social welfare work in Baramati started from the village of Katewadi. A couple of weeks ago, Sunetra Pawar chose this particular village to indirectly launch her campaign as a potential candidate. While making a public speech, she said that people of Katewadi have given her a lot of love and she hopes that they will now give her this opportunity. I quote from her speech, initially everyone looked at me as a daughter-in-law from the Pawar family and wondered how long I will last. But then people saw my work and my determination and supported me. You have been showering love on Dada, which is Ajit Pawar, for many years now. He is anyway yours, but you gave me a life though I was your daughter-in-law. And for it to mean something, we will definitely put in competitive efforts. In 2010, Sunetra Pawar founded her own non-governmental organization called Environmental Forum of India for Sustainable Development through projects aimed at protecting trees, water, wildlife, Through the NGO, Sunetra Pawar has taken projects such as tree plantation drives, cleaning rivers and water bodies, conserving water for animals, rewarding conservation workers, undertaking eye wellness camps, and so on. Besides, Sunetra Pawar is also the chairman of Baramati High Tech Textile Park, which has created employment for a number of women from the Baramati Taluka in large numbers. Vidyadhar Kathe further said that Sunetra Vaini has given a voice to the women of our village. She takes them along for her projects and later encourages them to stand up in front of a crowd and talk in front of a crowd about the work that they've done. Despite being from two strong political families, Kathe says, Sunetra Pawar has no heirs and she will share their meals, she'll have tea with them and so on. While Katewadi may swear by Dada and Bahini, Sunetra's impact is definitely not evenly spread out across Baramati, and at many places she will have to solely rely on her husband's popularity. At Supe village, about 40 kilometers from Katewadi, Anil Hirve, who is the husband of a former Sarpanch, says that his particular village has seen more of Dada, which is Ajit Pawar, and Tai, who is Supriya Sure, than Vahini, which is Sunetra Pawar. The Supe village is home to an Arts, Science and Commerce College of the Vidya Pratishthan. Vidya Pratishthan is a Baramati-based educational charitable trust backed by Sharad Pawar and Ajit Pawar. The website mentions Sunetra Pawar, Ajit Pawar, as well as Sure as among the trustees. Hirve said, and I quote, Sunetra Vaini comes for programs of the institutions. She doesn't necessarily interact with the villagers on such visits. She hardly knows any of us. He further says that he'd sent her pictures on WhatsApp from one program that she'd attended in the village about a year ago, but till date has never received a reply from her. Ajit Pawar and Supriya Sure, on the other hand, being public representatives, visit more frequently and are in the village meeting people almost once every 2 months. Anil Hirve said, Ajit Dada has taken care of all the village's developmental works that require funds from the state, while Supriya Sure takes care of a lot of personal works of people, such as getting admission in a particular college or helping out with medical expenses for a particular family and so on. The split between the Pawars, Hirve says, has left the entire village confused, and the consensus right now seems to be that they would want to vote for Supriya Sure in the Lok Sabha election. However, when the time comes for the assembly election, they will put all their strength behind Ajit Pawar, who is currently their MLA. Perhaps at some level, even Sunetra Pawar is aware of her limitations and she realizes that while she has sufficient goodwill for herself in certain pockets, in several other pockets, she will have to rely on her husband's work. She is aggregating meeting tall leaders from across Baramati constituency. She recently met Anantrao Thopte and his MLA son Sangram Thopte from Bor. From the Congress. She's also met BJP MLA Rahul Kul from Daund. Birmal, Associate Professor of Politics, who had quoted earlier, said Sunetra Pawar's political foray was a happenstance as a result of the vertical split within the NCP. And it is not as if the idea was in the works since a couple of years for her to start building a base in the constituency. So she will have no choice but to depend on her husband's work. Her rival sees this weakness and is campaigning on it too. Speaking at a rally in the Baramati constituency, sometime last month, Sure had said that she doesn't send her husband Sadanand Sure asking for votes on her behalf. She said, who is going to the parliament? Am I going or is my husband going to the parliament? Any husband keen on going to the parliament, she said, should sit in the canteen with his wife's purse. She further added, do you want an MP who speaks in the parliament or a husband who speaks here? That's all for now. We will have to see how this battle heats up once the candidates are officially announced and campaigning begins in all frenzy. I'm Mansi Phadke, Deputy Editor with The Print. Thank you for watching State Draft.